Welcome to our first YouTube video. So we've got an exciting one on our hands today. I've got Leo in the chair. We're looking to do a little bit of a transformation. He's got wicked hair. So what can I do for you today, mate? What's the plan?
Right, so for me, the main thing is keeping this sort of length at the front, especially the fringe, and like quite a bit of weight, because I like having my sort of forehead kind of covered but still maintain the curls. But to make a change, I want to sort of go lower on the sides this time. So
Yeah.
I think almost down to a sort of 0.5.
Okay.
Kind of not really I guess a fade. Sort of this sort of level.
Yeah.
And then sort of kind of blending it up to get match with the length on the top, because I want to keep the top lengthy, obviously shorter than it is now, but lengthy, while having that sort of 0.5 to 1 sort of down here maybe. Okay,
so you'd say that the most important thing for you is keeping and retaining this fullness at the front here?
Yeah, I think so.
And keeping it nice and full back here? Do you want to lose much length or just balance?
I can lose a little bit, but I just need it to stay curly and long. Especially sort of like around here.
So when you say fade, do you mean that you just want like a low 0.5? Is that what you mean by a fade?
Yeah.
So have you got any pictures of what you mean by fade, just so I can get an idea and an understanding on what you mean more?
I've got a picture of how I used to get it cut sort of a couple years ago.
Okay. Let's have a little look.
In the sort of last year, I've had it quite long. So this is a couple years ago when I was on holiday.
Okay.
And can you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of fades down there, but then it does jump up to meet the length at the top. That's kind of what I'm going for this time.
Yeah, okay. Because
Yeah.
that being said, you're better off doing something low on the back and sides, whatever we do. Because the back and sides are the real foundation for the top.
Yeah.
So you imagine if we come too high, this curl's going to have nowhere to lie.
Yeah,
so it'd be good to retain a little bit of length through here, so this curl's got somewhere to live. Also for longevity purpose as well when it grows out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's been a long time since you've had a cut.
Yeah.
So the fade, are you happy to sort of leave it to me? Or because you're going to have to lose some off the top just for balance purpose, you know?
I'm happy with that. It's more the front, I don't want to lose too much.
Okay.
But I'm happy to lose sort of the heaviness at the top.
All right, okay, cool. No worries. And how are you styling your curls? You using curl creams or anything?
Only when I go out, but day to day it's just water, keeping them hydrated.
Okay, how many times a week are you washing it?
I wash it sort of once or twice if I've actually...
Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's in good condition. You've got a little bit of dryness here, but that could just be due to weather, lying on your head. Curls are quite delicate, you know, so yeah, I mean, yeah, let's do it, man. You want to be taking your time with this section. It's very important. I'm going to work down and do my 0.5 around the edges. What's quite nice about using a 3 is I can allow myself to retain a nice bit of length through this transition area, ready to connect the top into. Using my comb to feed the hair into the guard so I can establish a nice guideline ready for me to blend in. So 0.5, Put my guy line in. Keeping it real low. And then dipping it down, following the same sort of shape as the blend.
Gotta start somewhere.
You have indeed, mate. What did they say? They didn't build Rome? Right, I'm going to blend this in now. I'm going to work clipper over comb. But what I'm going to do is, because I want to retain a nice bit of length through here, like I say, to keep the top full, I'm going to elevate the weight right up into the air and then layer the weight over itself so it keeps it nice and full still, and we can retain a nice bit of length there. And then cross check. As you can see, look, got a nice bit of length there. Nice small sections. I like to blend in first and then do the fade, so I've just got a point of reference of where I know to come up and off of. Working my 2.5 up and off into the 3. Being mindful of how aggressive I am. Trying not to create any more ridges. Gonna work down and descend. So. Edges. I want to expose the natural hairline. Connect the top to the back and sides now. Horizontal sections to retain a corner and keep the top nice and full. So I'm going to work a nice small section just above the round of the head. And I'm going to pull this down into my fingers. And then there's my connection point. I want to angle my fingers and over direct a little bit here. Just because Leo wants to keep his fringe nice and full. So I'm going to keep this corner here. As you can see. Next section. Not using too much tension here. Just don't want the hair to spring up. Just literally placing it in my fingers. As you can see, still retaining a little bit of movement throughout that blend as well. Right, so I'm going to pick a length for the top now, because what we're going to be left with is a triangle now, a point, and I can pick the length. So he wants to retain as much length on top as he can, but I feel that I reckon that will be a good length. Pull it straight up and out. Notice there's not going to really be too much to do here now, because we've done horizontal sections. There'll be a little piece just there. We want to retain this corner.
Also, like when it dries, it always tends to shrink a bit, doesn't it?
100%. Chin up for me, bro. Again, I'm not going to put too much tension on this. With curls, you have to be very mindful because they spring up. Right, let's comb this crown out. See how it's starting to kick there, so I have to be very mindful there. I don't want to take any more length off of that. Because if it's kicking when it's wet, it's going to kick out massively when it's dry. But I am going to take a little bit out of this here. It's a little point there that doesn't really need to be there. So I'm going to diffuse this to about 80%. I want to still leave some hydration and some moisture throughout the hair. Okay, mate, is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Is that what you had in mind?
Exactly what I had in mind.
So I've done like a 3 down to like a low 0.5, retaining this corner so the curl's got somewhere to lie as it grows out, and keeping that fringe nice and full. But as you can see, the fringe lines in with the blend, so this will grow out quite nice. But yeah, I've just dried some Journey Hair Care Prime and Defining, and I just let the rest air dry sort of thing. Is that what you normally do with your curl?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah? You get a better finish that way. Exactly. It hydrates it and it keeps it nice and nourished, you know? Yeah. Otherwise it just goes like a big frizzy afro.
It puffs out.
You know? But you happy with that?
That's honestly.
Perfect, man.